Woj, what can you tell us?
Greeny, ultimately, Joe Tsai, the Nets owner, Sean Marks, their GM, and the Nets organization, they made a decision. They want to win a championship. And this is certainly a change of course from when they sidelined Kyrie Irving when he wouldn't get vaccinated and did not want him as a part-time player. The Nets look at, listen, certainly where they are with COVID, 7 players out in protocols. Kevin Durant at 37 minutes a game, the most he's played since 2014 when he won the MVP. And a chance now to have Kyrie Irving to help bridge them to the postseason, ease the minutes load on their team, get them a number 1 seed, and then see where they are in the playoffs. But they know that they have ultimately a tight window to try to win a championship. They have James Harden, potentially could head into free agency next season, as can Kyrie Irving. And they see an opportunity here to win and ultimately decided that they're going to bring Kyrie Irving back. He will start ramping up with the Nets. He can practice at home. He cannot play road games against the Knicks or the Raptors. He can play everywhere else in the NBA. But the Nets, they need him to get 5 straight negative COVID tests, and then he can return to the team. And then the Nets, who've not seen Kyrie Irving play, they don't know what kind of shape he's in. But right now, they're bringing him back. And listen, this is an organization that wants to win a title and thinks Kyrie now gives them a better chance to do that.
Well, you mentioned he can't play at the Garden. He can't play in Toronto. That means there are currently 24 games on the schedule he is eligible to play. How soon, what do we know about how soon we can expect to see him?
Well, certainly there's a road game coming up in Portland next week. I think that may be too soon. People are going to point to that Christmas Day game against the Lakers in L.A., but it's unclear. And Kyrie Irving has shown in the past he wants to be in peak condition to play. And he has shown that he wants to feel at 100%. But certainly that Christmas Day game is certainly a big carrot out there. Right now, it's unclear. They've got to get him back in the gym, get him with this team, and see how long of a process that's going to be.
Yeah, they play, as you mentioned, Portland on Thursday night and then at the Lakers on Christmas. That's a week from tomorrow. We'll see if there's any chance that we see him. Woj, stay close by. Outstanding work today, obviously, on this enormous story. Let me give you some numbers here. Kyrie has not played since last season's Eastern Conference semis against Milwaukee. Since the start of last season, the Nets have played just 14 games with Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Irving all on the floor. They were 11-3 in those games. So here's what we know as we bring it out to the group here. With this team, anything short of a championship is a failure. He's coming back to play road games. Jalen, can they win a championship that way?
They can win it this season with Kyrie Irving in uniform, yes, Greeny. And he's such a dynamic player. A lot of times we're talking more about his vaccination status than actually what he brings to the floor. And I'll tell you something. You'll get Kyrie Irving's productivity. To me, you'll take pressure off of Kevin Durant, who's been really efficient. And you also get a motivated James Harden, who came to the Nets to play amongst a big three that we've only seen around 20 games that we just put up on the screen. So I think this is a good call by the Nets. You're paying him his salary anyway. I'm pretty sure he got gym shoes he needs to sell. It'd be great for us if he could come back on Christmas.
Will this work, Big Perk? He's coming back to play half the schedule, basically half the games, let's call it. Can that work?
Absolutely, it's going to work. And you know why it's going to work? It's not just because of Kyrie. I'd rather have Kyrie part-time than no time. But it's because of Kevin Wayne Durant, the best player in the world. And if you look at these past 2 games, look at what KD done. 7 or 8 guys, key guys that are in protocol. He said, you know what? Call those young bucks up from the G League and watch me put them up under my wing. Right now, the way that Kevin Durant is playing, he could carry the Nets at home without a Kyrie Irving. Hell, he could put you in one corner, you in one corner, put Jalen at the wing and have me rolling at the basket. But that's how great Kevin Durant is playing. So long as you have this KD, and then you mix up a Kyrie part-time, yes, they can win the championship.
You're selling me short. I'm money from the short corner, but that's neither here nor there. Michael Wilbon and Wojnarowski, since you're a tad more skeptical.
I don't doubt a word that my 2 friends and colleagues have said just now about Kyrie in that lineup on the floor again. But I wonder about this, and I'm going to defer to them because they know better than I will, but I have spent 40 years in locker rooms. they are the most fascinating places to me that I've ever been. I'm talking about all the sports. There's a dynamic, it can be delicate. It's always fascinating. You don't know what way things are going to go. People have feelings. There's sometimes resentment. There's great support. There's admiration. And you don't know where it's coming from and what the mix is. And I'm wondering from you guys, is there something here, given your life in locker rooms, where you go, well, I'm giving pause a little bit?
Well, giving pause a little bit because I want to give respect to the opponent. Like, I want to give respect to the Bucks. I want to give respect to the Heat. Like, to have a part-time player. But here's the other thing. If he don't play this year, Greeny, those relationships ain't the same.
Right.
Like, today they feel like the same, but when you get eliminated from the playoffs in the second round, the relationships change.
I think someone needs to be the voice of skepticism here. I mean, there was a time in the NBA where some players only played home games. That time was 70 years ago because in those days they could make more money in other jobs. This is unprecedented. A guy to just play the road games, just to play half the games. One night you have him, one night you don't. You got to figure out one offense with him, one offense without him.
Elgin Baylor, by the way, was in the reserves, and he played like half a season one year. But Perk, you've been in some fascinating locker rooms where people, obviously there was a chemistry that was so prevailing. You knew you could win. Are you worried about that dynamic at all?
Well, here's the problem. I mean, chemistry, yes, that plays a part, but here's the thing. Kyrie Irving is not going anywhere. You know why? Because he has the support of who? The person that matters the most in Kevin Durant. So with that being said, it's all of a sudden, I have to deal with it. So that's why I said they have to take the part-time Kyrie for now.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.